Government to step in and stabilize the economy before things spiral into hyperinflation. To tackle these fiscal issues, the government launched a zero-deficit program, making some impressive changes in just 1 month. This is a major turnaround from Argentina's long-standing budget deficits. They slashed discretionary transfers and reduced the number of ministries from 18 to just 8, showing a bold move towards serious fiscal reform. These changes are all about making the government function more efficiently. On the education front, they rolled out vouchers and supply plans for millions of kids, proving that even with financial stress, keeping kids in school matters. These efforts are vital for building a stable future. The way the government handles the exchange rate has been crucial in keeping the economy afloat without crashing. This strategy has really helped ease the blow from inflation and poverty. But here's the catch. The education system isn't working for most students, especially those struggling financially. This disparity raises some tough questions about who really gets access to quality education. Even though public universities are labeled as free, they're actually funded by taxpayers. This situation sparks debates about who's really benefiting from public education. Digging into Argentina's past fiscal troubles reveals a pattern of mismanagement, pointing out that the education funding issues are part of a larger economic struggle. Understanding these crises can shed light on today's funding debates. The country's shift from a risk of 3,000 down to a more manageable level has boosted GDP. This positive trend represents how effective fiscal policies can really change the game for ordinary people. Improving fiscal health not only drops interest rates but also helps increase capital, leading to higher income levels for Argentines. This growth is super important for keeping the economy stable in the long run. Sticking to a zero-deficit policy is key. It stops new debt from piling up and keeps financial discipline in check. This method is crucial to achieving sustainable economic growth. Thanks to these reforms, Argentina is now being compared to stable economies like Germany and France. This shift could attract foreign investments into the country. There's a big emphasis on the need for honest work and accountability from politicians. It seems like the old days of political corruption are being put to the test. For real sustainable growth, a solid stabilization program is a must, combining fiscal, monetary, and exchange policies. This all-encompassing approach aims to squash inflation and ensure financial health. It's super important to focus on inflation seen through consumer prices rather than just wholesale prices. This difference can lead to confusion about what's really happening with inflation. The debate around controlled exchange rates is huge. Losing reserves can quickly lead to serious devaluation, and history shows Argentina has often opted for abrupt devaluation as a fix. Universities have a tricky relationship with politics, raising major concerns about transparency. There are calls for audits since it seems like political groups might be exploiting educational institutions for their profit. Populism can bring quick wins, but often leads to long-term economic chaos, as is the case in Argentina's history. The focus definitely needs to shift toward strategies for sustainable growth. There's a strong call for political accountability, pushing the public to take control of their future rather than depending on traditional politicians. Addressing inflation and insecurity is laid out as a crucial responsibility for politicians, emphasizing that they need to set realistic goals instead of just making catchy populist promises. As a backup plan, there's a proposal for giving employees ownership if privatization doesn't work out, highlighting how important local involvement in companies is. Many companies are keen to step up as shareholders, signaling a potential rebound in the economy and creating new investment chances. The talk about structural reforms is all about pushing for a freer economy, aiming to establish Argentina as a top competitor in the global market. Even if economic performance has dipped in the past, stopping that decline means there's hope for improvement. The focus should really be on building for the future. Looking at seasonally adjusted economic indicators shows strong growth potential, suggesting that the future for businesses is bright. Grasping these insights can help shape strategies for ongoing economic progress. Finally, changing consumer habits and platforms like Mercado Libre are shaking up market dynamics. Businesses need to be ready to switch things up based on how shoppers are evolving.